Hey guys, this is Jordan Crook with TechCrunch, and today I have with me the co-founder of Harvest, Danny Wen. Danny's actually Skyping in from South by Southwest, but thanks for making some time for us, Danny.
Sure thing.
So for those of us who don't already know what Harvest does, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Sure. Harvest, simply said, it's a web-based time tracking and invoicing application for small businesses. So if you're, a designer, developer, or even a lawyer where you're tracking your time and sending invoices, Harvest is a great and convenient, easy way to do that.
Awesome. So you've been around for a while though, actually. It launched in 2006, and a lot has happened since then. Why don't you just fill us in kind of on the background there?
Yeah, sure. So we launched in 2006. At the time when we first launched, basically we saw that there were no other great time tracking solutions out there that really made it easy for people. There was a lot of antiquated, awkwardly designed applications out there, and as people who are obsessed with design and development and making a really good product, we decided to tackle that problem ourselves and bring a time tracking solution onto the web. So that's how we got started back in 2006. And kind of through the years, as technology has changed, we've also evolved our solutions. So time tracking as a problem has been around forever, but in 2006, we saw the web was a great way to do time tracking. 2007, 2008, mobile phones became much better and actually being used by business users. So then we brought on iOS and Android applications as add-ons to Harvest, and today we're continuing to evolve that, and part of that actually is bring Harvest back onto the desktop.
Right, and I hear that the adoption there has been pretty good, right? You have a little news to share with what's going on with Mac
Yeah,
app?
sure. So Harvest, we've actually just launched the newest application, which is Harvest for Mac. And what that is, it's a very lightweight companion to Harvest that sits on your desktop. And it's a really fast way for you to track time. Just using some hotkeys, you could pull up a dialog. And as you track your time throughout your day, you can actually see we've added a little feedback loop on the menu bar that tells you how many minutes you've been working on your current task.
That's really cool.
Since launching this, we've just seen a tremendous amount of energy on Twitter. Just people who've actually adopted this Harvest for Mac is very excited. It's made the time tracking task, which typically is very painful for a lot of people. They just don't want to do it, but we've made it really easy for them to quickly just kind of get in, enter their time, get out, and get back to their work, and that's all they're looking for. So we've had a tremendous uptick, and to the point where we've had to change a few things just to make sure our infrastructure could sustain the load that this new Mac application has been bringing us.
So time tracking isn't necessarily revolutionary. How do you kind of confront other competitors that are in the space, and what sets Harvest apart?
Yeah, sure. So, at the core, what we do, we believe we're a design technology company, and we happen to be solving the time tracking problem right now. And what that means is we're always going to be evolving how we solve that problem. So, in the beginning, it was really solving it well on the web. Later on, mobile devices. Today, you'll be looking at tablets, even looking at where people are using the most, which is their desktop. So what we really focus on is we're not afraid to adopt new technology and bring that to our end users, especially as their behaviors change. We want to be there for them to make that as easy as possible.
So it seems like the workforce is kind of changing a little bit. There's a lot more, independent contractors and freelancers and developers out there who would really take advantage of this kind of application. But are you targeting a certain demographic, or are you just kind of going big and going home kind of thing?
Yeah, so I mean, there's definitely is a going big uh, mentality behind everything, but where we start right now is helping people who are very ready to adopt technology, very comfortable using various forms of technology, and so those are the first kind of batch of people that we really want to reach. So let me just get a little deeper on that. What that means today, as I mentioned, there's design and development, agencies out there, whether they're doing advertising work, marketing work, or just hardcore back end development for clients. And these guys, day in day out, they're using Google Apps to run their business. They're already comfortable with the idea of software as a service as tool sets to run their business. So these guys are the ones that we want to bring, our first class solution to them, and have them have that kind of back office very streamlined. And down the road, other industries are hopefully going to start coming over to the side of using SaaS technology to run their businesses, and those are verticals that we'll be watching and helping to educate them and help them come over to what we believe is the brighter side.
That's great. Okay, well, so we've got time for one more question. I just want to ask, you've been around for 6 years, primarily self-funded, right? Private company. So what would you tell to entrepreneurs that are just getting into the game and starting something new? What kind of advice would you give them going forward?
Yeah, so for us, whenever I look back, is when we first got started, our team was really just 3 people at the time, and we kept our overhead super low. We focused on a problem that we knew we had, because prior to starting Harvest, we were running a design and development firm ourselves, so we knew that problem very well. And when we started to solve it, we knew that this was a problem that businesses would be paying for. So especially important in building a bootstrap company, in my opinion, is create a product that solves a true pain point, and don't be afraid to charge a little bit for that. And then once we get that customer base start rolling, and it does take a very long time before it becomes a substantial amount, you just have to keep at it, listen to the customers, and iterate. But eventually, I think that'll net out to be a very positive thing. You'll kind of get that feedback from the marketplace.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for talking to us, Danny. I know that you're super busy and have to go to South by Southwest, but just wanted to thank you. Really appreciate it.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jordan.
All right. Well, that's it. Thanks for tuning in.